Hello guys, it's me, Greed here. I have been on Twitter and the forums a lot recently, and I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how good Overwatch is right now. Dude, the game is so good. And listen, I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're at a point where they believe the game is as good as it is, right? Respect. I'm glad they like it. However, I don't. And I don't understand how most of the people think that, especially the ranked players, right? Because it lies. First of all, for the casual players, all of the microtransactions in this game are so incredibly predatory. It's right, and I get it, right? The game has to make money. I understand. I have no problem with microtransactions. I have no problem with it being ridiculously expensive. People can spend their money however they want. However, it is quite literally the only thing they give a shit about at Blizzard. They don't care about anything. Think about it, right? Every season, oh, they've got these new skins. Tons of new skins. They must put so much money into the art department to release all these skins. And fair enough, right? It's their main way of making money. But then, you think about it, it's like, okay, well, to compensate for the fact that all of our budget is going into the art, we're going to make it so the format sucks, the balancing is terrible, the general game design is awful, the queue times suck ass, the UI just randomly breaks, it's the buggiest 2 seasons of Overwatch literally ever released. It's like it's like there was no effort put into any of. They don't QA test literally anything. If they did, I would be shocked, because every season is broken. It's literally a buggy piece of shit every season for like the last 5 seasons. Season 18 was so bad. I couldn't get over how literally everything was bugged. Everything was bugged. You could pick 2 perks. You couldn't leave the game as a team. You could glitch out of the map. You could go under the map and contest the point still. You could do anything your wildest dreams could imagine. You could break this game into achieving. Right? It was a buggy piece of garbage. Then, Season 19 of Overwatch 2. This game's been out for like, what, 3 fucking years? We're still playing 5v5. Right? Think of it this way, okay? We played 6v6 for like 6 years in Overwatch 2, in Overwatch 1, right? Then, Overwatch 2 rolls around, it's 5v5. They start going, oh, 6v6 requires a lot of testing. Oh, 6v6 requires all this. You know, we have to release all these tests for the community to play. We have to release all this stuff. We don't know if it's going to work, right? All of that, fine, right? All that requires testing. But let's just release Season 9. Let's just do it, man. Let's just release it. Perks? Yeah, man. Just release that shit. It sucks fucking ass. But yeah, let's release it. Right, perks are fucking garbage. I don't care what anyone says. The massive amount of inconsistency that it creates in the game is fucking boring. Right? If I look at Bastion, I want to know what Bastion does, right? I go, okay, that's what Bastion does. That's what he can do. And then they go, well, what if randomly a third into the game he could heal himself? Why? Why does he have to do that? Why? Maybe he should just be able to heal himself, right? Maybe if that's good for him, maybe he should just be able to do it. Why do I have to wait to play a third or 2/3 of the fucking game to get access to the thing that requires my character's gameplay loop to be achieved? You know what I'm saying? It's fucking bullshit. It's lame. The thing is, right, is perks suck ass, right? People love perks, and I don't get it. And this is what my main thing is with me disagreeing with the community, is I genuinely just don't know why they like it. I just don't get why they like half the shit that they like. And then you'll go into the issue of queue times. They're like, guys, we didn't do 6v6 again because the queue times were bad. That's what everyone says. And that's not what Blizzard said, but that's what everyone says. And then you try to queue 5v5 at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, and all of a sudden your queue time is 22 minutes long in Diamond, and it's like, oh guys, but thank God it's not 6v6 though, because otherwise it would be way longer. How about if you make an interesting game, you can actually get some population into the other roles. Like, for example, how about the fact that in 6v6, the queue times, when they were bad, were still absolutely playable for the majority of the player base, while there were basically no tanks in the game. All of the tanks were incredibly boring, and the only playable supports were Brig and Zen. Right? How is that the case then? How do you leave the game on the worst meta that's ever been played, and yet the queue times right now are rivaling that? Right? Now, obviously, the queue times right now are definitely better than they were at the end of Overwatch 1. That would be silly to say otherwise. However, considering the level of cope people used to talk about how bad 6v6 was and how bad the queue times were, the queue times aren't far off from being the same fucking thing, considering the fact that this is a live service game, and that game was shut down for over 2 years by the time it was happening. Right, and this is why I think it's propaganda. Because the current way the social system works in this game, right, the way you communicate with your teammates and so on, is fucking dog shit. It is terrible. It's literally so bad. If I open up my microphone and go, "Hey Lucio, you're 12 and 22. Do you mind swapping to another character? Do you play other heroes? You know, we could try to build a comp around it." No, and then he leaves the voice channel, and then I receive a suspension, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what is the point? Do you know what I mean? Think about it. Even at the end of Overwatch 1, when all the Overwatch League players were trolling games because they didn't give a shit anymore, even those players were calming more than literally anyone in any of these ranks. It's insane. You cannot say anything without genuinely risking being banned. And I get it. Some people blow, like, you know what I'm talking about, they be hyperbolic about it, and they're like, "Guys, I swear I didn't say anything, and I was just insanely racist." And it's like, well obviously you got banned then, you idiot. But you know what I mean? For the other stuff, like, if I call my teammate a noob, why am I suspended, right? If my teammate calls me a dumb fuck for jumping off the map, why is he suspended? Who cares, man? Like, it's like everyone's a child. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Right? It's not a big deal. I'm not going to kill myself because he called me a noob on Overwatch. And realistically, if I was going to kill myself because he called me a noob on Overwatch, I shouldn't have been on Overwatch in the first place. I should have been in a mental hospital. So it doesn't even matter. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't even make any sense. The only scenario where insulting someone on Overwatch actually leads to anything bad are the scenarios where they realistically should have had more supervision in their life anyway. So I don't even understand it in the first place. It's not Overwatch's responsibility, but people are going to cry about it anyway. I mean, this game's suffered through so many problems. Like, think of like the role desirability right now. Like, support is just ludicrously game breaking. You can be so terrible at this game. Genuinely, you can be so ass. You can be like Mike Tyson was in the Jake Paul fight. You can be shuffling all over the fucking ground. You can have no idea what's going on, and then all of a sudden you're like outputting like A10 Warthog in Afghanistan numbers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you literally just look like a deity out there, but you actually in reality just suck ass, and your character is so overpowered. Like, how is Suzu still in the game? This game came out 3 years ago. We still have Suzu. We still have Batlamp. Why? Why do these things? Why? They literally break the game. They fundamentally break the fucking game, but they're still there. That's what I mean. The devs obviously do not give a shit, right? And people, that's what I'm saying when people say, "Oh, the game's the best that it's ever been." Explain Suzu to me. Why is it in the game? Why is it necessary to be in the game? Right? Because they don't even know. Why is Lamp in the game? They don't know either. Right? They don't understand. They can go, "Oh, Suzu's in the game because why? If the game was designed well and balanced well, Suzu wouldn't need to exist." But we live in a world where, unfortunately, some things require Suzu to exist because the other parts of the game are so broken. So to remedy a broken part of the game, you release a character specifically designed to remedy a broken part of the game that was too strong for a lot of players. Do you know how else did that? Brig. It's literally the same thing. It is literally the same thing. Kiriko was released and made for the same reason Brig was released and made, where people were too scared of getting dove, so he said, "Okay, we're gonna make Brig," and that broke the game. And then Kiriko comes around, but it's fine, because even though Kiriko did the same thing, not to the same degree, but she did the same thing, but because it's Kiriko, and Kiriko's a cute character, and everyone's like, ooh, kawaii, desu, and all that shit, right? Because of all that shit, it's like, oh, it doesn't matter when Kiriko does it. Oh, it doesn't matter when Kiriko does it. Because Kiriko is a hot character. Therefore, it's absolutely fine that Kiriko breaks the fucking game, because I get to spend 400 euros on my piece of shit skin, where I get to walk around in a bikini. Thank God for Gunnar Watch. Otherwise, my game might actually be pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Right, anyway, there's all sorts of issues with this game. Support being one of them, obviously, is a big deal. And then you just look at tank, right? Especially with the 5v5 format. It's like, what happened to this role? Do you know what I mean? It went from being a complex role based on actually, like, deep game understanding and understanding, like, the rotations. And it came from understanding the game in a high-level way to actually operate the role. And now it's just, oh, well, you know, in 5v5, you just pick a tank hero. Your health bar is 7 billion. Your cooldowns are low, but they do 4 quadrillion damage. It's literally like you walk around with that old CIA gun that used to shoot people with like a dart of poison, and it was like in an ice form, and it would give people like heart attacks, like the Wendigoon video. Do you mean? That's literally what playing tank is. You just pew, and that guy's got a heart attack. It's like playing Hazard. It's literally brain dead baby mode. It's toddler game playing tank, especially in 5v5. It's like, well, why is it that you have Winston, one of the best tank designs, if not the best tank design in the whole game? And it's like, oh, well, just go Bastion, bro. Just go Bastion and he loses. Do you know what I mean? And you have Hazard, and it's like, well, if he looks at you, you fucking die. Look, I'm playing against Cold Skin right now. I don't play Bastion, but it doesn't matter that I don't play Bastion, because I'm picking his counter pick hero, and I'm just shooting him all game, which means he can't kill my team. I'm locking down the best 6v6 player right now by just simply picking a hero that's good into him. And he can't do anything. Am I playing well? Maybe. I don't know. I don't even think it's relevant, to be completely honest, because, again, like I said, I'm playing Bastion, right? As long as I'm counterpicking him endlessly, he cannot do anything. The power creep in this game is so insanely high that you cannot remedy the fact that I will just simply beat you by sheer willpower, because my character, unfortunately, is so power crept, and every hero is so power crept that there is no skill required for me to effectively kill you on your hero, even though you're incredibly good at it. Because, you know, we at Overwatch, we think that, and this was in my comment section yesterday, people were like, do you probably defend this comment? It was on one of my last couple of videos, where it was like, you think people should just have to get better? And I was like, yeah, I think they do. If you want to beat people, you should be able to get better. You should be able to pick brain-dead characters and win. It's like, well, that's bad for the... That's what I'm saying. You see, I wish I could find the comment. I spent ages looking for it. I couldn't find it. It was on one of my last couple of videos. That's what I'm saying, though. That the way the game is built for Overwatch players today is not the same way it's built for Overwatch players back then. If you say you're an Overwatch player today, you're laughed at. Dude, people make fun of you for that. I remember back in Overwatch 1, you'd be like, dude, so what games do you play? Oh, I'm a GM in Overwatch, and I'm a GM Overwatch player. Oh, dude, no way, dude, that game's so cool, that game's so hard, all that. You know what you say when you're an Overwatch player today? It's fucking embarrassing. This game is shit, right? People are gonna go, oh, you know, the game's actually good, and it's like, because here's the thing, Overwatch is a much better game than most other games. Overwatch is a really good game in comparison to most other games. However, compared to what Overwatch used to be, it is a pile of shit. It is shit. It's a shit game. It's shitty. It's a shitty shit game. It's shit compared to what it used to be. Imagine you serve me, right, a plate of the most decadent beef you can imagine, the most beautifully prepared beef, and that's Overwatch 1. And you go, here's a McDonald's burger. It's like, the McDonald's burger is good, dude. It's good, but it's no beef. It's not that beef that I had before, right? Do you know what I'm saying? But people go, no, dude, that burger's Michelin star, dude. No, it isn't. It's not even remotely the same. It's lies. It's literally propaganda, and it is what it is. Anyway, I love you all. This game's pissing me off. I love you. Goodbye. Goodbye.